free picks here for today's action. Before we get underway, just a couple of things. Let's let you know about our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link over in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. Also, we'd love your contributions. Go ahead and post your picks in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, remember, visit Tony'sPicks.com, multi-capper site showcasing our top cappers in the industry. Click the link to the hot cappers. Cappers there like Nick, Paul, Hollywood Sam has been on fire here. Click the link, get signed up. Of course, you'll find our premium picks here in the center of the page. Each capper can designate one pick per sport per day and make it their best bet. It really has to stand on the card. You can see here Hollywood Sam with one. Our GM here with Tony runs 26 VIP. He has a best bet up there. Paul has a best bet as well. I have two best bets. I'm in action with college football as well as MLB. We see Collins, we see Tiffany, Mindy with the college football as well as MLB best bet, and Ramon in with the college football and CFL best bet right now. So lots of best bets there, guys. So get signed up. And of course, our $15 premium. Each capper can designate one of their premium picks as a $15 premium pick just to introduce people to their service. I have one up there, Hollywood Sam with one up there. We found Mindy with one. So guys, get signed up. And of course, use a promo code and you guys can save 20% off. All right, let's get this one underway. On the show today with us, we've got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get the game day picks rolling here. Let's go ahead and welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Also, a major contribution to the morning steam. Saturdays through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So let's go ahead and bring in Mindy right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Excited for the weekend.
I am too. Excited for a weekend. Lots of action. NFL in action. Of course, baseball and of course, college football. Big cards here for Saturday. But tonight, we're looking here at Major League Baseball at 8 Eastern time as the Brewers home here after their doubleheader sweep of the Giants here to face the Reds. The Brewers minus 145, total of 8.
Yeah, so you need to clear your slate. Don't have anything to do but watch sports here this weekend. So tonight we're still looking at baseball here. We have the Reds. We have Lodolo on the mound. He's 3-5 with a 3.90 ERA. I think his ERA is a little bit, higher than what it shows on, it's showing a little bit higher on paper than probably what it actually is. Mostly because of that hitter-friendly ballpark that he works in. I've actually backed him a lot here. This season. I think he's very decent, a very capable pitcher here. And he's going up against rookie Jason Alexander. He's 5 and with a 5.03 ERA, 2-2 on the season here with the Brewers. The Brewers, ultimately, they've been 8-4 versus the Reds this season. But, Jason Alexander's a guy that can't really throw a lot of innings, or at least he hasn't, proven to us yet that he has. And so then with that, he's running into a problem today, or I guess it's a problem for the Brewers, because as you've known through that series here with the Giants, they did go ahead and pretty much throw everyone in their bullpen. Peralta kind of got lit up, and so because of that, everyone's had to pitch. So I see that kind of becoming a problem here for the Brewers, getting into some trouble here in the second part of this game here. I also, I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds here. It's something I really don't do usually. I usually only cut my odds here at about minus 150. I'm going to take them up to the 160 today, getting that run and a half. Because of that bullpen trouble. Also because they're the road team in this one. And I like getting that extra run and a half, especially if they're going in tied into, say, that ninth inning, where, if they go ahead and Brewers accidentally scores there and gets one up on you, you still get the win here in this game. That's the only reason why I'm kind of going a little bit more on the minus 160 rather than at the plus about 125 that you could get for those Reds today. So I like the Reds. I like their starting pitching. They've been hitting the ball well. And the Brewers, I think, are going to run into trouble with having to use more pitchers here again today.
Yeah, I like that strategy. It worked for me there with the Nationals against the Cardinals. I had the Washington plus 1.5, right? And they had that big 5-run outburst, and they got a base hit. Normally would have scored 2 runs, but once the winning run crossed the plate, that's the game. That's the game, right? It's a 1-run win, and I hit my plus 1.5. So it's a great strategy there that you mentioned that here for the team that's on the road getting the plus 1.5, because once we get into the bottom of the ninth or extra inning situation and the home team crosses the plate with that winning run, everything stops. So no more runs can come in, and that's a really good position to be in.
So what is it, like the Nationals? Are they like the best team in baseball right now? I mean, what's going on with them?
Well, we know they can hit, but what's happened is the bullpen suddenly has decided to get outs. So I think that's what's happened. Sometimes these call-ups come in. These veterans are like, wait a minute, these guys are after our jobs. We better start playing. We better start performing. So they're probably feeling the heat when the September call-ups come up, thinking these guys are out to get their jobs. And so we're seeing some of this weirdness happening here in Major League Baseball here, of course, with this national team pulling off some upsets. Finally, again, we knew they could hit. It's always been the terrible pitching. That's been the problem with them. But it's hard to argue this one. Also, the Brewers have been ice cold hitting lefties over their past 10, just 163. And a weird stat here: the Reds. They're a road underdog here, but they've been a road underdog of plus 100 to plus 150. They're 16-10 in this position, so they've actually performed in this spot.
And they're also 4-0 in road starts versus right-handers as well. I mean, so it's one of those that the stats are kind of just on their side. I actually was backing the Cubs yesterday, so I was kind of mad at that last inning. But yeah, I mean, they've been showing that they can kind of keep pace. And score some runs here, especially in this series coming up against probably it looks to be about the whole Brewers pitching staff getting an inning or so today.
That's right. We got Mindy here on the Reds run line, plus 1.5 runs, minus 160 against the Brewers. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpix.com. Busy weekend of action right now. Lots of baseball. We do have a day game coming up here at the top of the hour. So a 15-game card here for Major League Baseball. Cubs and Giants in action here at the top. A lot of primetime games from there. 2 from college football as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so Ramon and I, we went ahead and we went over these Friday picks here a couple of days ago, so you can go back out on the website, take a look at those. But I do have a premium play here on the football game here tonight in that Boise State game. So you can take a look at that. Also have my best bet here in Major League Baseball, so you can get that one. You can also then take a look at getting something a little bit longer. Instead of paying $15 per pick or $25 per pick, you can probably get that down to about $5 per pick if you go ahead and pick up a longer term package, something like a 3-day to get you through the weekend, or a 7-day to get you through the following weekend. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting weekend for college football. So you can pick up my college football premium package, all of my best bets throughout the season-long package there, also up for sale. Will be in action here in the NFL as well over the weekend. So yeah, we have a lot of action coming up. It's a great time to get yourself a package, put your feet up on the couch, and watch some baseball or football or whatever you like.
That's right. Get over at Tony's Picks. Action tonight. She does have a best bet tonight from college football here, so get on board with that. Also a Major League Baseball bankroll 3-pack. So 3-pack here for Major League Baseball from Mindy. So get on board. Of course, guaranteed best bet as well. So lots of action here from Mindy. She does have a season-long pass right now going on from college football, which include regular season, as well as all those bowl games, and of course the playoffs, all the way to the end of the championship game there. So you can go there, get on board there. Regular season baseball as well. We'll get you through the baseball. But again, lots of action up there. The monthly sports pass will serve you as well. All of Mindy's premium plays here for 1 month would include all her NFL action, which kicks off again. Well, it did kick off yesterday, but we're back in action here on Sunday with that big card. And Monday, of course, 30 days action from NFL as well as college football. Of course, we don't want to forget baseball. That will take you right into the first week. That will take that 1 month will get you right into the wild card playoff round in those 3 games that the top seeds host there in the wild card round. So we're getting right into postseason baseball now with this 1 month all sports pass, remainder of the regular season, the first round of the playoffs, as well as the start of the NHL, because the NHL does face off on October 8th, and I believe it is overseas, as we had a matchup here. We look like San Jose and Nashville get it all started here. And of course, October 7th. I don't think Mindy will have a play on that because she needs some numbers. That's right. So she's a numbers girl. But anyway, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for some games and before we get some action, especially when it's out of the country. I think this one is out of the country based on the start time. So anyway, you'll be covered here with Mindy with baseball, with NFL and college football here with that 30-day pass. And we can't forget the WNBA finals, right? We're not going to forget that. She sees something she likes. We got a lot going on. Of course, they went head to head with the NFL yesterday. But anyway, it's all right. We got the finals. You know, we got people have multiple TVs now. There was also baseball going on in the background too as well. So lots of action. Don't forget, use that promo code. Now on that 1 month pass, you'll save $66 when you use the promo code Tony T at checkout. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description, then the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. All right, Mindy, we'll also find a picture of you over on the Twitter account that we set up for you. It's just pics. It's Tony's Picks Mindy.
Right. You can get just picks on our Twitter account. No BS there. Just picks. So have a couple out there for you today. You can take a look at for some later football and baseball games. You can go ahead and check that out. 2 more plays for you today on the lineup. And then also I go ahead and I put my college football packages out by start time, right? So if you want to get in an early slots, you can go ahead and do that. But say, hey, you got your early slots down, you're looking for something mid-afternoon or evening, then you can come back to the site. I will have an additional package. So every time you have the different starts time coming up, so for me, Central Time, the 11, the 2:30, the 6 o'clock, you can get those separate packages out there. So come back and check out our website multiple times. And then because of that, we also do some single games. So if you want, say, the late game of the evening, kind of like last time, we had someone that took a look at that Kent State-Washington game last week. So if you just are looking for something late night at 11 o'clock your time and you want to get in on something, come back to the website again. Check it out, see what plays are available. You can find them on the ticker on the website. So yeah, we have a lot of good stuff going for you. I think you'll find something that you like at tonyspicks.com.
That's right, guys. Check out tonyspicks.com. Of course, Mindy there with her plays. Get on board. Of course, Mindy, part of that great morning show that we have here Saturdays through Thursdays. So they get the rest day here. They can, on Friday, be ready to roll with that big college football card. They've covered some of it. But what's on tap here for the Saturday morning show?
Yeah, so look at us. Don't we look all refreshed? We kind of got to sleep in a little bit today. Or hopefully you think that's the case. But tomorrow it's going to be almost all football. So we may come out and say, hey, these are a couple baseball games that we like for the day. But we think, everyone week 2 here is going to be really pumped for football. So we got about 30 games that we still need to do yet, starting after the Notre Dame Marshall games. So it's going to be those 2:30 games, 2:30 Central Time games, getting into prime time for the later. All of the matchups that people want to know about tomorrow, you can catch us there, and you can get us before, game day starts on ESPN or whatever you like to watch. You can watch me and Ramon. We'll get your day started off right.
A lot of good stuff there with Ramon and Mindy. The Morning Steam, tune in Saturdays through Thursdays. So big college football show here, 9 a.m. Eastern time to run down the remainder of the card. If you like to watch the first part of the card, go back and watch the replay from Thursday. We're also cutting that segment. You'll find that up on the video up there a little later this afternoon. So you'll be able to find that. But again, watch the replay from Thursday for the morning games, early afternoon games here up there. They've covered that, but they still have the remainder of the games to go to. Ramon, he may nose into some FCS as well, so you never know. He says he won't, but sometimes he just can't help himself, right?
I know. That's what happens. You're going to get the rundown of everything, and just, also he gets requests.
Yes.
So then we even brought in the show scope even a little bit more. That's
right, indeed, guys. Tune it in. The Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, make sure you set those notifications. Of course, it won't wake you up in the morning, but when you're online, you will get notification there that you can watch the show when they're live. You'll get notifications on the YouTube. So make sure you tune in there live. And I wish it would wake you up in the morning to get up for the show, but
right?
they got to figure it out, right? Somehow YouTube must make some noise, when your show is on, where they can hear it even if you're not signed into YouTube on your phone device. That's something they got to come up with, but. Anyway, all right.
I think you should send an email to the director there over at YouTube.
Yes. We need to figure that into our alarm setting, right? Whenever my favorite show comes on, and I want to make sure that it wakes me up as well. All right. All right, Mindy, keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right. Looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting to break down these games coming up.
It will. Tune in, guys. It's the Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time. All right, let's continue on here with game day picks. We're here with you here Monday through Friday at 3 Eastern time. Like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and bring in Ramon Scott. We got a day off from this morning's show. Should be a little fresh now. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, I can squeeze you in, Tony. I'm on hold with the commissioner of baseball. I want to talk to him about the shift.
There we go.
Not happy. Not happy with the look. I'm in favor of all these other rule changes, quite honestly, including the pitch clock, the bigger bases, everything else. But what are you going to do? Tell me I got to play my free safeties 20 yards down the field every time? So
well, they do it in basketball with the zone, right? They kind of mess with their formations in football too, right? They do that. They do it in basketball with the zone, right? The zone defense or whatever they call that. There's certain places you got to cover. So it was bound to happen in baseball. So again, they want a little bit more action. I understand they want a little bit more action. They want to see more scoring, and of course that's what it's all about, right? It's about the scoring, and we'll see how teams can cheat to fix. We'll see if there's any way they can get around these. You'll know they'll probably figure out a way to cheat the system. But anyway, we're getting back here on the bases. Pretty good series out west here. One worth to stay up for. Of course, they're making it easy for you to stay up with these early. I don't like these early start times on the west because I like those 10:30 Eastern start time. I don't like these 9:40 games. But anyway, here we go. We got Mariners here host the Braves. The Braves road favorites here -120, total of 7.
Yeah, you said it, Tony. Great series, and I think here's a rule change I can get behind, right? And then next year, Major League Baseball, you're going to play every team at least one series. So I like that rule change as well. You're going to play less division games, which is fine. I mean, look, those the 18, 19 games, what we've done for all these years, that's too much. So let's get every series. So we can have great series like this. Atlanta, 22-5 over their last 27 games, and Seattle, 21-11 over their last 32. So good to see this series. It might not meet.
Well, you know who won't like it. You know who won't like it? Ramon is the traveling secretary. He's going to have his hands full.
Right. Look, you're going to have a great Atlanta team here with their batting average against the left-handed sticks, but you got Robbie Ray, right? 0.46 ERA his last 3 starts, 4-0 with a 1.38 ERA in his last 6 starts, and he's gone under in 4 of those last 6 starts with a push. And will Atlanta be able to continue that massive edge, really the best in baseball against left-handed pitchers? Well, I don't know. I mean, they do have a 225 X batting average against left-handed pitching, very similar to the XBA against right-handed pitching of 226. So I think that Ray can get them, pretty deep into the situation and get to what are actually 2 very strong bullpens right now. Seattle among the best in baseball over the last 10 games, the 1.57 ERA, and the Braves doing very well as well, 2.61 over the last 10 games. Now, Ray has all kinds of advantages, of course, against that Atlanta lineup, like I mentioned. I'm hoping, anyway, just to neutralize those hot left-handed bats. He has that 28% K rate, and for a guy like Ray, who's really on fire, this is really the only type of pitcher that I would think can kind of slow that Atlanta left-handed situation around. So Morton, pretty good, 2.7 ERA over his last 4 starts. We know he's also got pretty strong K rate of about 28%. So I'm going to look to go under in the game between Atlanta and Seattle. It's under 7. Back to the pitcher's duel here, and I think we can get that, and that's what I'm going to look to do with this one.
All right, Ramon's going to go under 7 here. Braves and Mariners. Both bullpens in pretty good form. Even these Mariners, they're doing well. Of course, your only sweat here is the Braves' bats against left-handed pitching. We'll see how Ray holds up. He's pitched well. Of course, it was kind of a shaky start with the home runs, but he's kind of gotten those numbers down a bit. The ground balls are good. The home runs still 1.34 home runs per 9 innings. But that was he had that really bad start in Chicago, where they kind of left him out to dry in that game in the rain, where he had a really, really bad outing. That really skewed his numbers a bit.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about for the first month or 2 of the season. Well, it looks like this isn't going to work out, with Robbie Ray. But this recent stretch has turned it all around and shows that is indeed the pitcher that he is. Seattle also 11-4 to the under in their last 15, so they're trending under as well. The Braves are an over team right now, no doubt about it. But we are getting into a West Coast game. Roof will be closed tonight in Seattle, so I don't know if that'll change things too much. But yeah, I mean, for Ray, he definitely he's not making up enough ground for any kind of Cy Young situation, I don't think. But he's turned it around enough that he's definitely among the elite pitchers in Major League Baseball this season. I think that's unquestionable.
No doubt about that. Braves, Mariners under total of 7. This one will have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time. Ramon, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com for tonight's action. A game starting here at the top of the hour to start the 15-game card here for Major League Baseball. We have 2 here from college football tonight on as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, and you said it. Yeah, you said it, Tony, at the top of the show. My 2 best bets there, if you will. I have the play in college football coming to you in the later game, so pick up that one for 25. You can get the guarantee as well. Get credits back to your account if I don't cash. And also in the CFL, also have a best bet there. We're looking at a game tonight between the BC Lions and the Montreal Alouettes. My video preview's up right now on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, so head on over there if you want. Take a look at all of our videos if you want more pre-picks from Tony, myself, and Mindy, like I said, on the morning steam show, getting ready for this weekend. Big card. Everybody's pretty fired up, I'm sure, about the matchups. So, I'll be looking at some FCS as well. Those lines, they've been coming out a little bit earlier. I think with the legalization and everything, everybody wants to be first to the market. That's what we like to think we do on the show as well. And that's why that's why I get up early to do that show on those days, get that content out there. Day of content, first to the market on YouTube, on your channel, Tony. So, but I got my video preview up for that CFL game tonight as well. Look, you got a British Columbia team where they've had a great season, but the most valuable player in the league was knocked out of action 2 weeks ago. The guy who was going to be the MVP, Rourke, the quarterback for BC, he's out right now, probably for a lengthy period of time. And the first game back without him, BC looked very shaky. It's amazing how a quarterback, no matter what the league, can change the whole complexion of your team when he's not out there getting the lead in the first quarter, where you can play your defense differently and approach the game differently. When you got a lead, makes your defense a lot stronger. So it looks like BC, they're not necessarily starting from scratch, but they're starting really maybe a third string guy. They just signed Vernon Adams, the former Montreal quarterback. So they're retooling a little bit, and they're not as in good a shape. So we'll see what happens in that one. We get my premium pick up right now on Tony'sPicks.com. That one's guaranteed as well. That one's my $15 best bet, Tony, the special one, where you can get the guarantee for just a little bit more, get those credits back if we don't cash. So those are my 2 big plays. Probably going to finalize Major League Baseball here. I'm trying to get 3 premiums, but I'm not sure I can do that. With this card, and again, we're almost at mid-September now, so we've seen things with the pitching and everything, just getting the starters announced in half the games. Pretty solid card today, though, I'd say, as far as all the information is concerned. So, but we'll be knee deep in it in college football. We'll look at the baseball card and maybe we'll squeeze some premium action in over the weekend. But I think tomorrow I want to tread lightly. I'm trying to heat up a little bit, but man, I like a lot of games. Tomorrow, and maybe because I'm in a little bit of a tailspin, package those up a little bit bigger and give you good value for your money. Maybe give 4 or 5, or maybe the 5-pick package with our guarantees on it. So just looking forward to the big weekend. Everybody's talking about the NFL as well, and just can't wait. That game last night, I don't think it lived up to expectations. I'm not talking about the result. I think everybody wanted a closer game. But, I think everybody's satisfied with having NFL back.
Yeah, NFL is back. And, of course, we'll get on board, guys, with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. Showing here the numbers here from baseball. A really good year for Ramon in Major League Baseball. It's been a really good last half of the season for Ramon. Get on board right now, Ramon. He does have college football best bet up there right now for the Friday game, so get on board with it right now. Also, Ramon in action in CFL. Of course, you followed his video series all season long in the CFL. It's not stopping now that NFL college football started. It's continuing on until the final of the Grey Cup. So get on board here with Ramon with his couple of best bets here up there on the board right now. Of course, if you like to go longer term, here we are on a Friday. It's a good time to get that 3-day all sports pass. You get all three days of Ramon's plays here from the major sports, right? We got Major League Baseball. We've got big cards here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Major League Baseball. College football, Friday, and of course Saturday. We got NFL here coming here on a Sunday. Get that 3-day pass. You get that Monday night game in earlier. Maybe you get that as well. But anyway, that 3-day pass is a really good value right now. If you get on board with Ramon Scott. And of course, the peripheral sports, if he's in action here, is of course we're getting deeper into this U.S. Open, the CFL up there as well. So a good time to get on board with that. MLS action, big MLS card Saturday. Of course, if he's in action with those peripherals, he'll have plays up there. Can't forget the FCS. He also does look at the FCS. If there's premiums, they'll be in there. Not putting pressure that he'll put them in there, but again, if he sees something he likes, that will be also part of your members' package here on this 3-day all sports pass. So get on board with it. If you like a little longer coverage, well, with Ramon has a 1-month pass. That'll get you all Ramon's plays here for 30 days. Of course, we talked about the baseball. We talked about the football coverage. Of course, the NHL will be in coverage as the NHL begins here in October 7th. So a good time to get on board with a 1-month all sports pass for Ramon Scott. And of course, use this promo code here. You'll save some money. You'll save 20% off when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, then the All Cappers tab, get signed up. You can use that promo code on any of the passes up there. It could be on the 1 month, it could be on the 1 year, or you want to bundle up all his best bets, all his individual plays on the pick ticker. You can do that. Use it as much as you like, and make sure that promo code is inserted at checkout. All right, Ramon, we've also put together a Twitter account, Just the Picks, over at Tony's Picks Ramon.
Yeah, and tonight I got to play in the U.S. Open men's semifinal. The first one's underway, by the way, if you want to catch some sports action today. Time I mentioned that baseball game, but the U.S. Open first semifinal on the men's side's underway with Karen Kachanoff and Casper Ruud. They're in the first games. You can settle in for about 3 hours plus, maybe with these two guys. A couple of $2 favorites really in the tennis today as they march it down to the finals, and pick up my play tonight at Tony's Picks Ramon, and it's in the men's draw semifinal, Tony, and plays up there as well on the weekend. But what we're going to be doing, Mindy and I, going to give out probably at least 50 more plays, free plays going down the list. Just her and I, we agree on some, we disagree on some, but if we do have an agreement, we're kind of putting that together in a little parlay. The GM always wants to say, hey, we want some parlays on the show. And so what Mindy and I have done is we kind of look, if we have any agreement on the card, like I think for that first grouping of games that we've already done, we agreed on 4 games, and we said, well, we're going to do a 4-team round robin with these plays. So I think that's kind of the type of fun that we want to have, and maybe put our minds together as well a little bit and see how that goes. So we'll be giving out some parlays too on the show.
Yeah, for those that want it. I know some. I remember someone was that some people are against them and some people like them. It's just you do you. I learned the best response to that is you do you. Some people like to bet a little to make a lot. Yeah, some people like to bet a little to make a lot, and that's what they like to do. They like to piece it together. Kind of play it like a race, like a pick 5 or like in the horses, right? You're trying to string together winners. That's exactly how it is. All right, Ramon, we're going to tune in on Saturday for that big college football show. It is the morning steam at 9 a.m. each time, Saturday through Thursday. We don't want to forget Sunday too, because Sunday is when they're going to really delve into the NFL. Because you haven't touched Sunday NFL yet, right?
No, and I think that's look, I mean, there's not as many games. We know there's, going to be usually on average 12, 13 games. And so that's a good show right there, especially when you have, I don't want to say the abundance of game coverage, pregame coverage when it comes to the NFL, but, as it ramps up closer to 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, maybe the shows are a dime a dozen. So that's why I want to come out early, give you that first look at the card, first look on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to stress here, that first to market on that live game day coverage, bringing you to the stuff and the breaking information, as well, with injuries and starters and things like that. That stuff comes through. If anybody, I don't want to mention any name. If everybody reads Adam Schefter tweets, I mean, those things start at 1 in the morning on the West Coast. So lots of information comes in while many people are resting up for the big day. So we'll spring all that information on you right away.
That's right, guys. Morning's team, check it out here Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. each time. Like, subscribe, set notifications so you're live with them. So you get those best numbers when you make those picks and bets from these picks. All right, Ramon, continue that great success. We'll talk with you again on Monday.
All right, Tony, thanks a lot.
Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, we're with you here with Game Day Picks on Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications to be live with us again on our show. And, of course, post your picks in the comments. We always love to hear what you guys are on. Pick-wise. Pick-wise is what I meant referring to. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now it is time, because I know there's some, I won't get into it. Let's continue on here on the Game Day Picks show. Time for my game. We're going to put up this one here tonight between New Mexico and Boise State. Boise State laying 17 on the road, total 44. This one is on CBS Sports Network at 9 Eastern Time. I'm going to be on this road favorite, Boise State here, minus 17. I don't think they have delved this low. I don't think they've delved this low. I know they're down there. Their stats look like an average team. New Mexico is just bottom tier program for some time. Bob Davie had him respectable, but this coaching change has not been that impressive since Davie left this organization. We know it was a bad look here for the Broncos losing at Oregon State. It was a terrible offensive performance. Hank Bachmeier was benched. I kind of like this freshman here, Taylon Green. He was summoned for the bench. Bachmeier did complete 19 to 28 for 155, but he rushed for 11 times for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Please, Avalos, bench Bachmeier, bring in Green, because you do that, you're going to cover this game. You're going to cover this game because Green will destroy this New Mexico defense. He will, because I've watched enough of him to know that he will run the football. He'll find the holes, and of course, New Mexico, they don't have speed in the defense. They'll just outrun these guys, and there's still strength at the lines here for Boise State. We know it was a bad showing defensively against the Beavers. I look for a bounce back here from this bad look here for the Broncos. I know New Mexico did win against Maine, FCS Maine, so an FCS school, but I'm gonna give Boise State a shot here. Remember, they shut out New Mexico 37-0 last year, and New Mexico's talent is pretty slim. And again, as I said, Boise State hasn't sunk to bottom feeder level yet. They're not living with the Yukons. They're not taking shelter in the homeless shelters with New Mexico, with Yukon and UMass. I think they're able to take care of themselves, and I think they're in the boys. I think they're okay. They're about an average team. Is what they are. And again, please switch the quarterbacks. This will definitely help my cause. So we're going, and I think he will. I've been searching to see the quarterback situation. Probably will be a game time decision. When they do that, it probably means he's going to switch, but I'm hoping he's going to switch. I'm going to take Boise State laying the 17, and this one will have a start time. I would say wait till you find out, because I don't know if it will in fact align too much. So I would wait until you get word. Maybe tune in right before kickoff and try and check, do searches on Google News, see if there's any releases there. Check the Boise State Twitter accounts, New Mexico Twitter accounts, and before you place the bet, just make sure that I would go with definitely. I am basing this that they're going to change quarterbacks. That's my personal view. That Bachmeier just looked horrible last week, and Green is again. This is the perfect opportunity for your freshman to start against New Mexico. This is to give this kid some confidence. Again, with his speed against New Mexico's defense, I think this is where you want to showcase this kid. So I think, again, just make sure you check the lineups before you place the bet. Like I said, I don't think the line's going to move much with the quarterback change anyway. So Boise State minus 17 here against New Mexico. This one will have a start time here of 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, over at Tony's Picks, I have a lot of action. 4 premiums here for Major League Baseball up there. I have a 3-pack, and then I'm going to have my standalone best bet $15 premium pick up there. We hit that $15 premium pick yesterday with the White Sox with Dylan Cease crushing Oakland. That one came in for you. So I have that. Also, I do have the premium pick here from college football tonight as well. So I got 5 premiums up there. You can buy them all individually, or you can put them together and you can purchase a long-term pass. You'll get them all with a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You get all of my premium plays for that time period you select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase, because I'll be in action here in baseball as well as college and NFL pro football here for the next 30 days. So go ahead and get on board there with me at Tony's Picks. I am the #1 unit producer over at Tony'sPicks.com in Major League Baseball. So I am in with baseball here every day and rest of the season. So guys, so get signed up right now and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, let's continue on here with the show. It is now time to recap the games, and we'll give you the picks, and we'll also look for the better numbers, because I usually use a widely available number when I do this segment, but I want to let you guys know that if you do your shopping, you'll get better numbers. All right, we started off with Mindy. Mindy liked the run line here with the Reds plus 1.5, minus 160 against the Brewers. So let me get my live odds board up. Let me go ahead and hit baseball. Let me go ahead and hit. Oh, I want to hit the run line, right? That's what I want to see here. What are we at here with the run line? All right, baseball. All right, so we got her with the baseball, and we are looking here at this Reds and Brewers game, and of course she likes this one here with getting the plus 1.5 with the. Let's see, here we go. Let's take a look here at the run line. Run line. Where are you at, run line? Let's see here. Ooh, I think we got it down here. All right, we got to get the run line on this one. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, here we go, the run line. All right, so we got the run line with the Reds, and if you take the plus 1.5, she's getting here minus 160s, and I am seeing minus 160s, minus 165s. I'm seeing a minus 158 where the sharpest book is in the world, but it looks like minus 160 is about where you're going to find it. About where you're going to find it with the plus 1 there. So the plus 1.5, it will be about minus 160, minus 158 at the sharpest book in the world, if you can play there. That's a tough place to get an account at. All right, so that's where we go. Cool. So let's go here. Look at Ramon. Ramon was on the Braves and Mariners under 7. That was again a widely available number that we put up there. So let's see if he can do better. Let's see if he can do better than 7 in this one. And right now it looks like you can, but you're going to have to lay minus 120 here if you go to where the line originates. So many of you guys use this book, especially if you are in certain states where some of these U.S. boards aren't lined here. Las Vegas Strip. The Las Vegas Strip, you can find some 7.5s. They're juiced here, though, at minus 120, minus 125. U.S. sports books on the Strip here, minus 7.5. And I am seeing U.S. sports books, your name brands, around 7. So around 7 here on your name brands. If you're in Vegas, you can find a 7.5, but it's a little bit of juice there. And offshore, it's a mix of 7 and 7.5s. But again, more importantly is have multiple accounts, guys, so you can get the best numbers. Okay, so I was on Boise State minus 17 against New Mexico. That was a widely available number. Let's see if we can do better. Currently, as we look at our live line screen, let me go ahead and go to football. And I'm going to highlight this Boise State game. I'm seeing the best number around town looks like 17. It looks like that's everywhere. Actually, no. I lied to you. I'm sorry. All right. This is where we go here. We have found a 16.5 and 17 pretty much everywhere. Vegas Strip, offshore, but the U.S. sports books, one of the 2 name brands, and I've told you guys over and over, if it's the most important thing right now is open as many with legalization is open as many accounts as possible, because you guys want to shop and get the best number. That's what you got to do. It's never been easier to get the best number with legalization, especially with these apps. So one of the U.S. sports books, legal U.S. sports books, one of the name brands, I think it's the one here that's it's right. I think it's one of the one that owns TVG. Just I'll throw that at you. They have 16.5. So you can get 16.5 in that one. I'm seeing a red here is where the line originates. Okay, what are we? No, that's not it. That's something else. We're seeing movement on another game. All right, but anyway, 16.5 here right now with Boise State. So if you're doing your shopping and you have one of those accounts, one of the name brands in U.S. and it's legal in your state, that is the way to go. All right, so again, that's that. It is 17 everywhere except one place. So make sure you do your shopping, get the best numbers. That's the most important thing right now you can do with legalization is get as many accounts open as possible. All right, that'll do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Join us again on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks. They'll deliver live free picks for you guys. Don't forget our morning shows. They had the day off on Friday, and they're coming back ready and strong here for the big weekend here Saturday at back Saturday at 9 a.m. each time. Ramon and Mindy, they'll cover the remainder of the college football card from the afternoon games on to the night games. They covered the morning games slate already, so you can watch the replays on the Thursday replay for that. Also touch base on baseball and more, so tune in to the Morning Steam. Those are our weekend shows. Our weekends will be covered with the Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday and Sunday, so tune in there. And of course, like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us. All right, that'll do it here for this show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from this afternoon. I'm going to wake you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, weekend. We'll talk with you guys again Monday at 3 Eastern Time here on Game Day Picks.